Hey guys, Rob with Collins Family Adventures, and I want to do a little video today of the Lixada mini spider. I had one video that kind of, I wouldn't say it went viral, but it's got like 80,000 views on there, and had a lot of questions on these mini spiders. So I just wanted to do a little review, knowledge base on them, what I know about them, what the manual has on them, which the manual is seriously a sheet of paper folded. So I'll kind of go over what I know about them. And right now we have them hooked up to a DMX controller. It's just a small little 3U controller. And then what I mainly run them is on sound activation mode. That's where I figure they work fairly well for me when I'm doing any of my DJ events. So one of the questions we'll get into that I've been asked is, how do I mount these things on the poles like I'm doing? So what I'm going to do is show you. All I'm simply using is a trailer hitch pin in one side, in one of the extra holes of a speaker bracket, where you usually put the safety pin. So I'm using basically the same situation, just on the mount. I removed the U-bolt bracket so I can put these, and this fits on my speaker brackets. It also fits on my lighting truss bracket, so I can do either or. Again, the little pin, it works great. Just lock it in place, and that's kind of how I set them up. You can also put a little spacer in if you want to level them out. I get them pretty high, so that little angle down, it works really good for me. So the next thing we'll kind of talk about is the actual programming of it internally. The address is your DMX side of it. The CHND, which is basically change mode, that's going to let you go from 7 channel to 13 channel. It can do both of them. Right now when I'm doing this, we're going to show you the 13 channel mode. Then right here is where the SLND is, where you're going to find if you're going to do a master or if you're going to slave it off of another unit. So, and then the next one, SHND, is going to be where you're going to set a sound, or if you want on auto. So we're just going to do, as we're just playing around right now, we're going to do auto. And then you can choose, there's 10 different setups for the auto. So from 0 all the way to 9. So you got a few options there. And then next on the list is to turn on the sound activation. So that would have to be an on or off in the menu. And then you got your sensitivity level. So depending on where these are placed and where your speaker's placed and how it's getting the sound for the sound activation part, you can set these. After the sensitivity mode, you got your backlight mode. After that, you have your LED. And that's the next feature, is display off and on. And then you have 1 till and 2 till. And so what that is this is number 1, this is number 2, and it's basically pan inverse. So if I wanted to mirror that but inverse it, that's how I would do that, is to select number 1 to do it and number 2 to do it. And that way they're working to go against each other like that, not with each other. And then you got a test where it runs through its test, set up all its light fixtures, the rotations, how many hours you ran on these lights. So you can see I've ran 9 hours on these so far. And what version the firmware is at right now. And then you have a reset button. So that's kind of the programming side of it via that. So I'm going to set this in place. And we're going to hook the DMX controller on it. And we're going to go through the channels for you guys. So we have it on 13 channel mode. The first channel is going to be your tilt 1, or what was in this was called 1 TIL till. And that's going to move, basically, if you're looking at them, your right bank of lights. Channel 2 is going to move your left bank of lights. 3 is your dimmer. So we're going to turn that all the way up to start putting lights to it. 4 is going to be your strobe effect. So we're just going to leave that down for now. 5 is going to be, I believe, your red beam. So we're going to go ahead and turn this till over here so we can see them. And so when I was saying number 3 is your dimmer, as you can see, I can lower it. Same thing as if I was doing that with the color. But the number 3 does all the channels as far as color. So if number 6 is going to be green, so if I was running 6 and 5 together, instead of doing them both at the same time, the third channel will do them both for you. When I talked about the strobe feature, that's what channel 4 was. Okay. So let's go to channels. There was 5 and 6, like I said. 7 is your blue channel. And 8 is just your white channel, clear channel. Channel 9 is going to be white on your second arm. Channel 10, blue. Channel 11, green. Channel 12, red. So there's a channel 13, and it puts it on auto mode, sound activation mode. So that's kind of a cool feature right there. Alright, so when we talked a minute about the pan verse and where I can mirror them, or I could make them work with each other. So right now I have them working with each other. And now, I believe it's called mirrored, but they're actually crossing over each other. And that's what pan and verse does on those settings. And this is how I run them. So mainly how I run them is not with my DMX controller. Usually I just have this one master and this one slave. So as you can see, it's in sound activation mode. And they pick up fairly well. My current sensitivity rating is about 80. I've had them work as, you know, all around this range, especially since they're mounted on the speaker. Most 9 out of 10 they're mounted on the speaker or next to the speaker. Really, they work just very well on sensitivity, as you could see. These units aren't bad for the money. I mean, I'll put a picture in the video of the current sell on them, but they're like $60. And for the money, you know, I've been very happy with them. They're probably one of my funner lights. These are 90 watts LED, 13 channel R7 channel. And other than that, that's really, you know, for the money, you really can't beat the deal. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.